when I ask people that are in the profession, about what do you think about socialized medicine, majority of them say no way.
It's not good.
Oh, no,
That's not good.
bad.
Yeah.
It'd be really, really bad.
Well, it's happening. I got notice from U-Screw that they've demonetized my videos. Not that that bothers me. I didn't have them monetized anyway. I don't think I was ever making more than a few bucks off of them, I think to begin with. It's not like I counted on my YouTube U-Screw money to live on or fund anything. It was negligible. So, but it's a step in that direction. I can imagine the next notice will be, hey, we find your content offensive, so we're throwing you in the dumpster, non-personing you, or whatever the hell they do, to make your life miserable. So, might be posting of course my BitChute account is Badass Uncle Sam, and if more of you would go over there and subscribe and take a look at that channel, build up the subscribers over there. Maybe okay. I know there's probably, I don't know, one in the neighborhood of around 500, give or take, hardcore out of the 11,000 that hardly ever show up, subscribers that follow me. So, if you go over there and just watch the videos, it's just a pain in the ass to have to download 2 different channels because time is the enemy. And it's already, you only see about a third of the videos I actually film. So I will, do my best to give you the best. But anyway, with this video, it's just some nurses. Some of the things I agree with them on, and some I think they might be misinformed on. But who am I to speak? I don't have a medical degree, but listen to a number of medical professionals out there. I can only draw my own conclusions from what they have to say. But this mostly focuses on vaccines and the cost of medicine and who might be the villains. So, if you like it, you like it. If you care, you share. If you can contribute. The routine sure would be nice. Being that U-Screw has demonetized me, I'm losing that, $2.28 a month. At any rate, it'd be nice if someone would go over there and buy some of my items. My shop has some stuff up. I'm gonna be posting some more designs up there here shortly. Hopefully, I find the time to design something and put them up. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, and let's get to this. And hallelujah, pray for me. I need it. See you on that side. What do you do there?
Nurse.
Oh, tip of the hat to you.
I'm a nurse practitioner.
Oh, great. And what's your specialty?
It was cardiology, and now it's just general surgery.
General surgery? Great.
Yep.
All right. That's terrific. Good.
Family practice.
I beg your
I
pardon?
do family practice.
Family practice?
Yeah.
Great. Well, you both got something that's in big need. I mean, you can go anywhere and work.
Hopefully, if we got good job security.
Oh, I would think so. I mean, isn't there a shortage of nurses?
There is, yeah. But depending on what happens this way, it could get really bad for us.
What way?
If we start wanting healthcare like Canada. And
Oh, God, yeah. Well, I don't think that. No, yeah. Well,
let's hope not.
no. And that's it. When I ask people that are in the profession, about what do you think about socialized medicine, majority of them say no
It's not
way.
good.
Oh, no,
That's not good.
Yeah.
It'd be really, really bad because you could be super healthy 80-year-old that needs a knee replacement. They're going to tell you no because you're 80. There's no point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. And the people that are for it just don't understand that, you get put on a list and
Yeah.
and most everybody, what's the solution? I mean, if you were to get it, fix it, how would you fix it? What would you do? Other than what it is now, how would you make it better? More free market? Or,
For healthcare, you mean?
Yeah.
I would say pharmaceutical companies would be the first ones to go after. They're the real crooks. And insurance. They're the real crooks.
Thank
They're
you.
the ones that are making it bad for
Thank you.
us to give good healthcare.
What is your take on vaccines? How do you see vaccines?
Vaccines, I think, are good. I'm not an anti-vaxxer by any means, but when we push the flu shot, it seems like every time that we get the flu shot, it's the wrong strain. So we vaccinate for the wrong strain, and then everyone ends up still getting the flu anyway. So,
Well, I actually spoke to a couple of young ladies that were in the pharmaceutical industry, specifically, they were chemists working on the flu strain. And God bless them, they were honest with me. And I asked them, do you know what you're doing? No.
it's a guessing game.
Yeah.
It's always a guessing game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lately, we've just been guessing wrong.
Yeah. And then you might help me out here because you're in the family. The amount of vaccines they give infants these days, I've heard that that's kind of like, that's an issue. So I've heard that. I mean, I've had nurses out here say that they'd quit their jobs first before they would. They've seen children die in the crib, and they've attributed to the vaccines that were given them.
It's hard to say because if there was SIDS happens frequently. Like SIDS, it's where the baby dies and you don't really know why.
They're protecting us.
Yeah. I think there's some vaccinations that, I of course encourage everybody to vaccinate, but I feel that there's some vaccinations that aren't necessarily needed. Like for my occupation, my work, I have to get the flu vaccination, or during flu season I can't be in the clinic and I can't work. So they make us get the flu vaccination.
See, I have issue with that.
And I was like, well, what if it's not just to protect you, but it's to protect the patients too. And I'm like,
I just have issue with
if you know that I can get it and not get sick, period, at all because of it, then I can see where, that would be needed. But certain vaccinations, like chicken pox and, flu vaccination and things like that, I'm still like, my husband and 2 boys don't get the flu shot.
Yeah.
So.
What I have issue with a lot of it is the fact that, one, like you brought up with the pharmaceutical industries, vaccines are the least regulated. And you can't sue them. So what the hell? They could just, let's see what this does to the people.
Yeah.
They could use us as the guinea pigs.
Yeah.
And when you're bypassing the body's natural defenses and putting something directly into the bloodstream, and then when you have mandated vaccines, especially when the government says, well, you want to put your kids in school, they gotta have. I'm sorry, I don't trust the government as far as I could throw that Mack truck. So how, so how do we know that one day they just don't decide to, let's just get rid of them?
Yeah. You'd hope that they wouldn't do that. But
You hope they wouldn't?
At the same time, we've seen what measles, mumps, and all that can do, and how that can kill kids, deform kids. I would much rather take the chance of giving them the shot, because we've already eradicated all that.
Yeah, but we're talking now. Then we're talking about venues of. Like, I'm not saying that all vaccines are bad. There might, there are probably good and bad here. But when you ask to look at the inserts and you read what they're putting in the vaccines, some of these things that they're putting in the vaccines, and some of these vaccines, I mean, anyway, they're giving vaccines to men, or women's vaccines to men. What?
Women's vaccines to men.
Yeah, well, but for women's, I don't know the condition.
Oh, the Gardasil he's talking
The
about.
Gardasil's.
I think the main reason why it started becoming more when it first came out, it was for mainly, women cervical cancer. But now they're seeing the link of esophageal throat cancer related to it because, of course, things
Oral
that
sex.
we do.
Thank you.
And so I think now they're feeling like if we can prevent that, I do have to say that's probably one of the worst cancers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And,
again, it's sort of like, well, let's put it out there. Oh, well, it's causing that.
Yeah.
Sorry, you got cancer. Oh, okay, we'll take it out now. But then we can't sue them.
I know.
So again, it's at least regulated. You can't sue them. Mandatory. I don't trust the government.
And they drive up the prices. Like, did you know that the person that actually developed insulin for diabetes sold it for $1 to a pharmaceutical company with the stipulation that they were going to mass produce it for diabetics at a cost that was easily accessible, and they jacked the prices up because so many people needed insulin, and that's not what the person that developed it and sold it for $1 meant to have done. If he would have known that, he probably would have never ever sold it and would have just figured out how to mass produce it himself. But that's where I think that
And they've done that with lot of them.
many other things. Yeah. So that's where our problem is with them and insurance. Because insurance will charge doctors and hospitals a certain price for certain people, and then they'll jack it up for other people that are more insured, and the people that are less insured, they charge a different price. No, it should be a standardized price all along, because when you jack it up on insurance, just because we have a better insurance, now you're going to jack it up for cost of everything in the medical.
Thank you. And either he's passing it or is proposing to pass it, where it's, in other words, you inform the hospitals have to show
what they're charging. Because my husband is a nurse anesthetist. He's a CRNA. And so in Minnesota, CRNAs have to be, so he's basically like an anesthesiologist. Minnesota is one of the states where they have to work under an anesthesiologist. Other states, they can work solely by themselves. Small hospitals, he can work by himself without an anesthesiologist. And they get charged, the insurance company gets charged for an anesthesiologist who's not even in the room. They just go and see the patient and ask them their pre-op questions. Then they get an additional charge for my husband's services during the surgery for the CRNA. So
they can pretty much just jack stuff up and
In small hospitals who perform surgeries, just have CRNAs. There's just that CRNA charge. Bigger hospitals have an anesthesiologist that gets a charge because they went and talked to the patient ahead of time and asked them, do you have any loose teeth? What's your health history? Blah, blah, blah. Have you taken any meds this morning? Have you ate? Okay, we'll see you in there. And then it's my husband that takes over and does everything with keeping you alive and keeping you from having pain and keeping you asleep during the surgery. And then he gets a separate charge billed to the, for the hospital. He doesn't get paid on that, but the hospital gets paid by charging insurance for his services and for the anesthesiologist.
So they could just keep on jacking stuff up.
And the anesthesiologist charge is way more. It's like probably 4 times more than what my husband's charge is, and he's the one keeping your heart and blood pressure, your pain, keeping you asleep during your case. And the anesthesiologist is 4 times.
So what would happen if indeed they have to show the prices? What would happen then?
It would probably become more uniform as far as charging everyone the same thing. That's about the only thing that I can see that would change. I don't see where that's really going to help out a whole lot, but it might try and make the insurance companies a little more honest on how much they're charging or how much they're reimbursing.
Any amount of honesty would be kind of nice, wouldn't it?
Because the hospital will say, you owe this much. This is what we're billing out for these meds, this procedure, this doctor, that doctor, the CRNA. But then the insurance can come back and say, oh, well, we're going to make the patient pay this much for that service and for this med and for that. But then someone else will have the same surgery and then they're paying it completely different. So it's like, well, why is this one getting charged this much and having to pay this much? The exact same thing, exact same meds, same doctors, and now this one's paying this, and it's way less. It doesn't make sense. And their health coverage is less. So, yeah, interesting.
Oh, there you go. Big boogeymen are of course, the insurance companies and the pharmaceutical industry. I don't understand why the women don't see too much about how the pharmaceutical industry that they villainize here also, of course, champions the vaccines that are unregulated. So I don't know. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Share if you care. Contribute if you can. Hit the like button. Pray for me. I'll pray for you. God bless you. See you on the streets.